This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, shine, shine. Yeah, it's about 30 seconds. Perfect. Don't have my camera today, so I'm not hooked up to the same computer. Sadly, had to settle for my version instead of the stirring full gospel choir and congregation version. Hope that's okay. Sticking with, for the rest of this week, 1 Samuel 2, 6 till about 10. I'm going to read it again and yak some more. The Lord kills and makes alive. He brings down to the grave and brings up. The Lord makes poor and makes rich. He brings low and lifts up. He raises the poor from the dust and lifts the beggar from the ash heap, to set them among princes and make them inherit the throne of glory. For the pillars of the earth are the Lord's, and he has set the world upon them. He will guard the feet of his saints, but the wicked shall be silent in darkness. For by strength no man shall prevail. The adversaries of the Lord shall be broken in pieces. From heaven he will thunder against them. The Lord will judge the ends of the earth. He will give strength to his king and exalt the horn of his anointed. Now, I've already been kind of yakking through lots of concepts of sovereignty, because really this whole thing is all about God's sovereignty. And, made it glitchy. And I guess today, or something that I was listening to yesterday on the radio, and I was sort of addressed this maybe yesterday or the day before, drives me a little crazy, I think, when people are like, "That's not my God," is the phrase. And it drives me a little mental. And they often accuse other people of, like, who sort of say, "Oh, everything bad and good. Oh, it's just God's will." And I was listening to this guy who was suffering from a disease and was like, you know, when a 3-year-old falls from a roof and her head is crushed and she dies in the arms of her weeping family, or these tsunamis tearing stuff up, P.S., pay attention, kill hundreds and displace thousands, that's not God. My God is a God who is a transcendent force for good and for love and for mercy. These are just the accidents of humankind. And to some degree, I sort of agree with him in terms of, I do believe all this treacherous, carnivorous brutalness of humanity is our fault. It's people. This is who we are. I think there's something, especially natural disasters, in the seeming acceleration of such, and by all scientific accounts, even that we're probably 50 to 100 years away from literally destroying ourselves, destroying our entire population, which to me is also a very sweet little part, A, illuminative of man's sin and selfish and ridiculous nature, and B, makes a very sweet story arc as far as like this grand story arc of the lesson plan that humanity is bearing out. But the Bible teaches, anyhow, about the sovereignty of God very specifically. The Lord kills and makes alive. So these tsunami, we're talking about a God. We're talking about God, right? And let's say we're going to just briefly agree on the concept that this is a divine force. Not saying he has any genitalia one way or the other, but this is a divine force, a creator, an understanding, omniscient, omnipotent, in the Bible's case, loving, merciful, and just creator, sovereign over all things. Then indeed, when tsunamis come and rail upon things, an omniscient, omnipresent, all-powerful God would, yes, be indeed in control of that. The Lord kills and makes alive, brings down to the grave, and brings up. To me, we are so often trying to put God in a box. Oh, God's this. God is who I want him to be. And some people will say, the Bible is a feckless thing written by man. You know what? Without something concrete, without God saying, here's who I am, here's who I want you to be, that's what we're left with, is like the gods of our own invention. And instead of movements, you would have individual religious wars amongst individuals, which is feckless and strange. But the truth God speaks about his own sovereignty is that he works all towards a loving, just, merciful means. That we are feckless, mean, nasty. I love feckless. I've obviously overused the word. We're mean, nasty, brutal sons of bees. We bring about our own destruction often. But he uses all to his glory. Even disaster. Listen, isn't every disaster, everything that seems terrible and horrible, isn't that an opportunity for us to shed our selfishness and empathize fully? Isn't it an opportunity for us to give, to leave over of ourselves? And when people die, people are dead, people are horribly killed, what is this life? Is this life all there is to us? Man, if to worms we return and there is no God, then yes, this is all there is. But if we do have a creator, we do have an artisan, then indeed, what is this life? This life is merely a test. This life is merely a game. This life is merely a dance to which we have been given instructions of repentance and surrender. Be imbued with the power and grace of God to be graceful and powerful and loving throughout this entire test in a broken world. In a world where hideous, nasty things happen. Where we, our collective humanness, do terrible, broken things. But God says, through this, through all things, through your brokenness, individual and collective, I will restore my people, I will reveal my glory, I will love you, I will call you unto me, I will shower you with mercy if you cry for mercy, and justice to those who do not cry for mercy. Way over 5 minutes today. But I was a little animated. That's what was turning around in my brain. And sovereignty is a hard thing to wrestle with, y'all. Is it not? But you know what? We're not God. I'm not God. God can dwell in me, but I am not God, and no part of me is God. But he leads me on, and he comes to me, and he transforms me and moves me from what I am in this seemingly disastrous world that he's allowed us to futz around with, that he's led us to futz around with. It's all in his control, so it's all the same thing anyway. But even as the destruction of a holy one, of Jesus Christ, of divine made flesh, rent asunder, that his love was and his truth was revealed through that. What better metaphor is Christ's body broken for us than this whole world broken for us, that we might see who we are, that we might see who he is, that we might fall at his feet in adoration and in joy to say, oh my goodness, save me. Again, let us rehearse for departure. Let us rehearse, let us dance now, that we might know the steps, first day of eternity, and spend all the rest of eternity sighing our joy at the grand arc of all human existence, perhaps all existence as we know it. Indeed, long one, whatever. Amen. Selah.